Good day, everyone. Today I need to do some more work in the backyard, install some posts, and I'm going to mow the front yard vegetation, show you what that's like since haven't been mowed all summer at all. And I'm going to be doing that for free because apparently I don't get paid to do these things. I do most of my work for free these days or for minimum wage, which is part of the reason why I'm very edgy and bitchy these days, because I have very little money. I'm on social assistance. You're wondering why don't I go to work full time? I can't go to work full time because of my mental health issues. I have severe anxiety, which will keep me up for days at a time, and I also suffer from major depression, so it's very hard for me to maintain a full-time job. Just for the fact that I just don't get any sleep. I can work all day, I might get a half an hour nap, but once I'm up, I won't be able to get to sleep for a day, 2 days. And I can take the strongest sleeping pills out there, which is Seroquel, and taking 50 milligrams of that will sometimes work, and other times it'll just make me high for the entire night. So I have that to deal with. That's partially the reason why that is the reason why I can't have a full-time job and be able to keep one. It's not that I'm not a hard worker or that I don't show up to work on time. It's just, after 2 or 3 days of not getting any sleep, it's kind of hard to be able to function and go to work. So I'll show you where we are at. I got these two 1x6s done. Those are my wood art projects that I still have to do. I didn't get the 4x4 post sanded because my sander is now pooched. I mean, it runs, but the pad part here is so worn out, and all these clips are worn out as well. Where to get this? So yeah, that clip's worn out and the pad's worn out. I replaced the pad before, and that's about $15 to replace. But the clip needs to be replaced as well, and even putting 3 sheets of sandpaper in there and then wedging this part, it will only hold the sandpaper for maybe 10 or 15 seconds and then it shreds right off. So this, unless I buy $30 or $40 worth of parts for a sander that's only $80, is not really worth it for me. So with the other 1x6s, I'll have to sand them by hand, but with the 4x4 posts, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to get stain or clear coat for the 4x4 posts. In one of my other videos, I said that they cost about $50 an Archway. In actuality, they're more like $75 an Archway. If you take into account the 1x6s, the 4x4s, the stain, the clear coat, the sandpaper. Now my sander is screwed, and the time to do it, it takes about 2 hours of electric sanding to get these sanded down properly. So that's that. Over to the front yard. And also another reason why it's hard for me to work is because I really damaged my left knee and my left nerve. So every time I'm up for about 8 hours, and especially like moving around for 8 hours, and especially wearing steel toes, my entire left lower leg gets swollen where you can barely even see the ankle bones. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but it does have me a little bit worried. Here's the front yard. It's not really a good view, but just during the beginning of the summer or the spring, I spent a good 24 hours on the front and backyard cleaning up all the acorns, sweeping, everything like that, hosing everything down, picking up all the branches, picking up all the dead grass. There's about 2 green binful loads of dead grass in the front yard that I had to pick up. I had to trim all the trees. I had to clean the shed. So that was a good 24 hours of work that I didn't get paid for. So yeah, I don't know how well you can see that. The front yard is kind of in shambles. So I mean, if I don't cut it, no one else will. And apparently last year it was only cut once. And some neighbors complained. And the bylaw ended up telling the people to mow the grass. But yeah, if it wasn't for me, the grass wouldn't be getting mowed at all. And I want something to do since I'm going crazy, but I'm also starting to get pissed off that I'm doing this work for fucking free. and I make $750 a month for my social assistance. Rent is $450, phone, food. So I'm having to go out to food banks, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck, is this screwed up? Someone who's trained, skilled, and working for minimum wage or for free. So it's starting to really fucking aggravate the fuck out of me. So I'm gonna go get the lawnmower. I still have to fix the weed whacker that apparently I'm expected to fix to use it. Otherwise I have to trim everything by hand. So let's get the lawnmower and get this fucking grass done, because it's really starting to irk me to look at. Alright, so the lawnmower ended up running out of gas in the front lawn, front yard, so I won't be able to complete that today. Tomorrow my landlord's coming over at 9:30 to drop off some petrol. So I'll quickly finish that, and then I'm going to head over to his place Saturday and Sunday to do some landscaping and get some money, because I have pretty much absolutely no food at home. So that's frustrating. I'm sure you can imagine what it's like to spend $300 in the backyard out of your own money when you're only making $750 and you're having to sacrifice your eating just so you can do your artwork. And I can't call the food bank since my phone crapped out, and you need a phone. You can't do it online or on the internet. I don't have anyone with a phone that I can use, so I'm kind of fucked at the moment. But anyways, right now I'm just moving a barricade of rocks that I had in front of my car to the backyard. Before, it used to be where my car is. So I'm going to move that to the backyard, and then I'm going to install these fucking posts. Oh, that's Carmen. It's one of the neighbors down about 3 houses down. Really cool guy, awesome guy. Anyways, let's move these fucking rocks, get this archway in, and then it's going to be pretty much time to rain. Let's do this. Are moved finally. Got those all there. So yeah, those are all the rocks I have. It might seem like a lot, but really it is not. Times that by about 10 to 15 to 20. I still have to do all that. I still have to create borders around the fence line, and I still have to build everything up about a foot high. Still have to do by the shed, by the windows. So I need a lot of rocks. So now I'm going to start on the archway and get that done before it fucking rains. Alright, I'm going to install the archways. I have to dig down from the top of the grass down to the ground. I think it's 24 inches if I remember correctly. So let's get that done.
I will be okay now. Hey, I will be okay now. I will be okay now. Hey.
Install the first post.
I know now that I'll be alright. The light inside, shining bright. The sun will rise. I've got this. The light inside, shining bright. The sun will rise. I will be okay now. I will be okay now. Hey.
Let's install the second post. Normally I would be putting concrete inside, but since this house is going to be sold in the next 3 to 5 years, there's really not much point. Why am I doing this? Because I like doing art and I want to market myself, and I can't stay still, so I need some sort of a canvas to do my land art on since I can't go to my other projects, and I can't afford concrete either. So that's why I'm just tapping the ground right now.
I've got this. Shining bright.
Now for the 1x6s, I got to drill a couple holes or 4 holes into each, because otherwise I'll crack them when I screw them into the post.
Okay now, hey, I will be okay now, hey, I will be okay now, hey.
So the 1x6s. Done now for the rocks.
Down the fire escape, hold my hand tight. 'Cause we're just runaways, run, renegades, run to get away. And we just run because we ain't giving it up how to get away. Always a haunted place. Oh, when you and I are the ghosts, how I wanna take you home. But we're just runaways, run, renegades. Nowhere we could have stayed. Hey, little darling, no, we're not welcome here in this party. They're looking through us like uninvited. Hold your head high.
Alright, I got all 3 archways in, and filled in the middle with the rocks. I'm very slowly starting to run out of rocks, and it's going to be hard completing this area here with the amount of rocks that I have left. These are all medium to smaller size rocks, some small rocks. And then don't forget, I have to build this up a foot, and I have to do that border line over here by the sidewalk, by the gate. So I mean, I'm gonna need a lot more rocks. Kind of sucks having this post, these 4x posts, not sanded, because you can tell the edges aren't rounded, which really freaks me out, because I'm kind of a perfectionist. Well, not a perfectionist, but high attention to detail. But anyways, we'll leave it at that. And yeah, that will be it for today.
Oh, when you and I are the ghosts.